Hi, I'm Binaifer Sahukar. I'm a psychotherapist and I have had 28 years of experience in counseling people with relationship issues. So congratulations, because now you're on the final leg of your program of speed dating. And you literally have 5 minutes to seal the deal if you think that you have hit it off with someone, or even if that person is a maybe option and you think that there is potential in taking this further. So I'd like to talk to you about 3 major realms. The first one being the conversation challenge. How do you start a conversation? How do you show that you have the gift of the gab, especially if you are an introvert? And how do you engage with a person with whom you have absolutely nothing in common? Actually, ladies and gentlemen, it's quite simple. So maybe the first minute, you could talk a little bit about yourself, your name and your demographic details and what you do and what you like. And then I think you need to turn the spotlight on the person across you and give that person airtime, figure out what is the commonality that the two of y'all share, and then engage with the person. So you have to show your interest. It's very tricky because you have to show your interest without coming across as a stalker, because that is pretty spooky. So you could say things like, hey, you know what? I have been noticing you through all these sessions that we have had, and I Googled you because I looked at your Instagram post because I am interested in your art or in your poems or in your photos or something like that, which doesn't come across in a spooky way. Area number 2, how does one pay compliments? Now you can't give an obvious compliment and say, hey, you're so sexy and hottie. Ew, that is creepy. But you could say something like, you have a nice smile. Let me give you a tip. I practice solution-focused brief therapy, and one of the things that we talk about in solution-focused brief therapy very frequently with our clients is what we call as a legacy question. So in that question, we wrap the compliment. Okay, so let me give you an example. You could tell, hey Jennifer, I have been noticing you through the group discussion. How did you get to be so compassionate? And then Jennifer says, oh, how did you learn to be so kind? And then Jennifer could probably say, I get this from my mom because my mom is kind and she is whatever she says. Okay, so 2 things have happened. You have got Jennifer to talk about her mom. And the second thing in your presuppositional question is that you have got Jennifer to reflect on her inner greatness. So you have to wrap the compliment in an extremely discreet fashion into an observation which is grounded in reality. Otherwise, it just comes across as praise and flattery. And the final area is, I think you have to acknowledge your difficult conversations and your awkward feelings. So you could say, you know what, this is my first time in dating and I'm really nervous. Or you could say, you know what, I have met many people before, but each time the nervousness is the same. So I think it's important for us to acknowledge our feelings. And the most important thing to remember, just remember one thing, okay? Focus on the person sitting in front of you. It's not about you. It's focusing, giving equal amount of airtime to the person in front of you and helping them to reflect on their inner greatness. If you can do that, you will be a super duper success.